Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here at my TNA Impact review for tonight, April the 5th, 2012. As you can tell, I'm still recording from my laptop while my main computer's down for a few days. Hopefully, I'll be back on by next week. When it comes to this Impact tonight, 2 weeks before lockdown, almost a week before lockdown, it was decent Impact tonight. Decent. Okay, wrestling. The only thing that kind of diminished it was the fact that the main event and the first match ended kind of screwy, where they counted at the beginning of first fight and kind of a screwy finish to the main event tonight. Kind of a weird decision. So there you go with overall thoughts. Decent Impact kind of things kind of ruined it for me, but see what happens down the line. I went for order of business, which was, of course, the initial State of the Impact address by the new GM of Impact Wrestling, Mr. Hulk Hogan. Came into the ring, talking about how things were going to change for the better, as he declared. Now, he said he's going to make a lot of matches for lockdown, which will, of course, take place on April the 15th. First, he made a match that I predicted last week. Following last week's double countout, Matt Morgan and Crimson were fighting in a steel cage match. I knew that would happen after that double countout last week. I predicted something screwy would happen. It would cause a lockdown match, and I was right. Speaking of lockdown, we had a little incident involving Kurt Angle and Jeff Hardy. Before that happened, we made another match for the night. Mr. Bobby Roode came a little late. But of course, his security guards, his lawyers, his yada yada yada. Roode was forced to face off against Mr. Anderson tonight in a non-title match. While James Storm had to wrestle tonight, he took on AJ Styles. That's later on in the broadcast. Probably one of the best matches of the night. The only decent match of the night. Then an end screwy. So they on to Kurt Angle, Matt, and Jeff Hardy. Last week, Jeff Hardy wrestled Mr. Anderson. And Kurt Angle said, Hardy, if you beat Anderson, you get a match against me at Lockdown. However, Kurt Angle interfered in that match, screwing Jeff Hardy of an opportunity to face off against Angle. Or so he thought. Hulk Hogan said, Angle, you're not wrestling Hardy at Lockdown. You're wrestling him now. So yeah, Kurt Angle against Jeff Hardy to kick off tonight's Impact. And until the screwy finish, it was okay matchup, decent matchup, very high-paced matchup. Angle had the advantage most of the match, but Hardy tried to fight back here. And Hardy was on a roll. He delivered the whisper in the win. He was just about to nail the Swanton bomb. However, Kurt Angle got out and got counted out. Jeff Hardy won by count out, kind of a screwy finish to that decent first match. But Hogan made a match. That match that Hardy's been wanting, really wanted. Lockdown, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy in a cage. So that match has been made. Lockdown after that screwy finish involving Angle and Hardy to kick off tonight's Impact. Now on to our next segment involving the so-called Cavzilla. Bully Ray calling out Austin Aries. Their problems are not solved after, of course, Bully Ray attacked Austin Aries 2 weeks ago. Austin Aries got involved in a tag match last week when he teamed up with James Storm against Bully Ray and Bobby Roode. And Austin Aries got a little show on Mr. Bully, and their feud ain't over yet by a long shot. Bully talks about how small Aries is, because Aries is the reigning X Division champion, up against a guy like Bully Ray. Big guy. So we had Austin Aries coming out. He grabbed the mic. He wants to say something. Where he said it with action. Mic in the face of Bully Ray. And Austin Aries was on top of Bully Ray in this little beatdown. But Bully Ray got back up. And he got a vicious powerbomb on Austin Aries. Leaving him laying. Saying, do you know who I am? I smell a match between these two. Maybe it'd be weird to see this at Lockdown. Because I would rather see an X Division title match at Lockdown instead of a match with Bully Ray, with Austin Aries. If Austin Aries and Bully Ray does wrestle at Lockdown, it better be non-title. Because Bully Ray winning the X Division title is like Abyss winning the X Division championship. So there you go. And Douglas Williams, maybe, but I can't go there. Speaking of title matches at Lockdown, on to our next match, which was a Knockouts Challenge made by Hulk Hogan. For the number one contendership for the Knockouts Championship, it was Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, winner, Tara, Madison Wayne, and I think Mickey James already. Yeah. It was Mickey James, winner, Tara, Angelina Love, Madison Wayne, and Velvet. Now, I've said this, like I said, keep sounding like a broken record. The TNA Knockouts wrestle a little better than WWE Divas. They allowed to wrestle, not this stupid shit. Now, this match was, okay, kind of a clusterfuck because everyone got in. And everyone had time. But everyone was blind tagging because everyone knew in this little challenge match, first pin on submission got a Knockouts title shot. The last moments of the fight of this match, everyone got a high spot in. Tara nailed the Widow's Peak. Angelina tried to nail a Botox injection move. Widow did her move. And of course, Velvet got the last word, delivering the in-your-face to Mickey James, despite hesitation because they're friends. 1, 2, 3. Mickey James gets pinned by Velvet, and Velvet, after a win over Madison Wayne last week, declaring that Gail Kim's next on the way up, she gets a shot. She will face off against Gail Kim at Lockdown for the TNA Knockouts title. And go Velvet at Lockdown against Gail. I say Gail will lose. Now on our next match, as I mentioned, Storm opponent at Lockdown for his match for the TNA title. Bobby Roode was already in the match against Mr. Anderson. Storm needed a match of his own, Mr. Hogan said. So Storm got in there with AJ Styles. In this match, 2 former members of Fortune. Great matchup. Great athletic matchup. AJ nailed his moves like the Pele. A very athletic matchup. Very athletic matchup. These guys showing, and of course Storm showing momentum heading towards Lockdown. AJ tried for a springboard. I like he was trying for a springboard move. Boom, AJ got nailed with the last call super kick. 1, 2, 3. James Storm gets the victory in a decent 5-10 minute matchup with Mr. AJ. Decent matchup, very, very fast paced, very athletic matchup. Has some great holds, a leg lock there, and a decent match from these two guys, giving Storm momentum heading towards Lockdown. Now on to a return I've been waiting on. We had a lot of returns on several shows this week on WWE, but now we had a return TNA style. The return of the Motor City Machine Guns as Alex Shelley reunited with Chris Sabin returning for the first time in over a year in a tag match against Mexican America. Sorry, my dog's barking. Felt that they never left. Storm, Shelley, and Sabin were dominant over Mexican America. Mexican America did have a little bit of a leverage. Mexican America tried their best to get the victory with a border toss attempt by Hernandez. Blocked by Alex Shelley. Double team move by Shelley and Sabin. Got the victory. And Shelley and Sabin declare on the mic after the match they want a shot for the TNA tag team titles against the reigning champions Magnus and Samoa Joe. See if they face off at Lockdown or not. See how that turns out. So there you go. Shelley and Sabin returns with a victory over Mexican America. Before we get on to our next segment, we have a segment to live that Eric Young's bachelor party for his upcoming wedding with ODB next week in a steel cage, being a few days before Lockdown. Also, Storm and his friends, Montgomery Gentry at ringside joining him. At ringside, I didn't mention that during Storm's match. Montgomery Gentry got involved with Bobby Roode in the back. And Bobby Roode spat water in the face of Montgomery Gentry. See if they get involved next week at Impact, especially if Bobby Roode's supposed to go face-to-face in a showdown against James Storm. Like a little face-to-face. A lot of matches were made for Lockdown tonight. New matches including a Knockouts title match. Match between Crimson and Morgan. Of course, Kurt Angle Hardy. And Lethal Lockdowns now revealed. Hulk Hogan wanted Eric Bischoff involved in a conversation. Eric had to be ordered in the building thanks to Ric Flair during Hogan's address. Hogan declared to be a lethal lockdown. Team Garrett versus Team Garner. It was supposed to be Garner versus Garrett in a one-on-one match. Instead, it'll be an 8-man lethal lockdown match with big implications in this match, storyline-wise. The winner gets big implications. If Team Garrett wins, Garrett will still be in wrestling, and Eric Bischoff must leave TNA and not allowed to use Bischoff's name. That's what Hogan said in his little storyline thing. Eric Bischoff, if his team wins, if Gunner's team wins, Garrett goes bye-bye. So, one way or another, a Bischoff is leaving TNA. Finally, we can end this fucking thing. We can end this fucking feud, end this fucking storyline. It's going on forever. And Hogan's been involved in this from the get-go, especially coming in as Garrett's trainer back in February. So we're going to finally see the Bischoff feud come to an end at Lockdown. Hooray! No matter who wins, it'll be a victory for the fans. So we won't see this stupid storyline anymore after Lockdown. So there you go. After that, on to our main event, which was a match involving, of course, the TNA champion Bobby Roode against Mr. Anderson. By the way, we don't know who's on the teams, though, for Garrett and Gunner. Probably find that out next week, especially there's supposed to be matches to determine the man advantage during the match. So we'll find that out probably next week. But now, like I said, main event, Roode against Mr. Anderson, made by Mr. Hulk Hogan. Now, Roode and his little entourage, his lawyers, his security people, furious that Hogan booked him in this match. He didn't want to fight until Lockdown, but Hogan's the boss. He wants to shake things up. So Roode had to wrestle, no security. So Roode and Anderson, very short, 5-minute match, because it was like 10 minutes before the Impact ended. It was okay for what it was. Anderson was beating the crap out of Roode. Of course, the fans wanted that way. Anderson was ready to deliver everything. He delivered the mic check, but Roode knocked out the referee. Before that happened, and while the referee was counted, apparently a fan, we don't know if it was planted or not, gave a beer bottle to Bobby Roode. He delivered a beer bottle to the head of Mr. Anderson, the same way he won the TNA title, smacking his opponent with the beer can in the head. Anderson laid out, referee saw nothing, 1-2-3, Bobby Roode wins in a screwy finish to a little bit of a short main event tonight against Mr. Anderson. But after the win, Hulk Hogan came out and forced the referee to reverse the decision on Mr. Anderson winning instead of Bobby Roode, thanks to the interference. Setting up more tension between Hogan and Roode. Now, you thought the tension between Roode and Sting was intense. Think about what the kind of tension Hogan's going to build, trying to stop Roode in his angry monopoly of things. Of course, Sting left. He's, of course, trying to get well and try to focus on wrestling instead of being a GM. So, and into Lockdown, we got a couple matches announced, like I mentioned, Lethal Lockdown, Knockouts title, Crimson Morgan, Hardy Angle, maybe some X Division action, maybe a tag match, maybe we'll find out next week. And of course, Hogan getting involved in the Roode main event. It was okay, in fact. The main event in the first match was kind of screwy. AJ Storm was okay. So there you go. Okay Impact tonight. Better than 2 weeks ago, but still. Okay. Especially coming off before Lockdown. So there you go. That is my TNA Impact review for tonight. I'll see you all later. Thank you all very much. And Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter for Sunday. With that in mind, I've been attacked by the review from Zach. Have a good Easter, everybody. See you all later. Yeah.